All right, now one of the races we're keeping a close eye on, big in impact and in size.
Yeah, we're talking about the race to determine who will fill the vacant District 18 seat in Congress. So take a look at your screen. These are the 16 candidates running for that seat in Congress this morning. And according to a recent U of H hobby report, the race right now looking close between just 3 of these 16. According to that U of H survey, Christian Menifee, Amanda Edwards, and Jolanda Jones may just round out that top 3 with, of course, chances of a runoff. If these results were from an actual election, yes, it would mean that the race would go to a runoff next February. Now, when it comes to the issues that matter, most of those surveyed, we have the breakdown here. Civil rights and civil liberties was overwhelmingly the most important issue to those voters. That is followed by jobs and the economy, healthcare, and inflation. Based on those results and looking at the candidates' campaigns, Christian Menifee should have a stronghold among voters. Menifee dedicated part of his platform to fighting voting restrictions and protecting electoral rights. This year's election expected to see relatively low voter turnout, but there are some key races and measures to watch besides that District 18 that we're talking about. Our political analyst, Brandon Rottinghouse, joining us live this morning to break it down. Good morning. Let's start with redistricting. Even though the new congressional maps will not affect this election, redistricting is a major topic here in Texas, and with legal challenges already underway. Brandon, what are the potential outcomes, and how could these changes shape future races in District 18 and in next year's midterms?
Well, it all is about the courts. Basically, the courts are going to have to decide whether or not these maps are legal. This is the constant conundrum when it comes to redistricting. The Supreme Court is hearing a case right now that asks questions about whether or not there should still be the ability for map makers to use race as a way to remedy past racial wrongs. So there's still a lot of things that are in flux. But what we know about the court case here in Texas is that they're litigating this. They've had hearings, they've already had the briefings, and so judges are going to have to decide pretty soon whether or not they want to go forward with the current maps, because we are, as you said, really close to an election.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about turnout during this election cycle. Expected to be low, correct? And if so, why is that the case?
Generally, an off-cycle election is pretty low turnout. People are not as attuned to the process. You also have the elections affecting a smaller sliver of voters. So you mentioned Congressional District 18. That's obviously kind of a district-based election, so you won't have as many people across the city. You do have citywide elections and a city council race, but it's obviously the kind of thing that doesn't always enact a lot of voter preferences and a lot of enthusiasm from voters, unfortunately. So we should expect to see pretty modest turnout. We have constitutional elections as well, so there's a chance that we could get to 15%. Maybe they could get to 20%, but generally speaking, because it's not a presidential year or it's a midterm year, we're really talking about probably pretty modest turnout.
Okay, so that's what we're expecting. Thank you, Brandon, for your time. We appreciate you getting up early with us this morning, and we're going to see you in about 45 minutes on our extended morning newscast coming up on KHOU 11+. And of course, that is your one-stop shop for all things election. Keep it here. We have everything you need to know, as well as online. Just text the word VOTE to 713-526-1111. We'll send a link straight to your phone with that information.